Hello Pisces, hope you're well. This is your December 2017, the last one for this year. Tarot reading, hope you're well. Well, apologies I've not been able to do my previous videos, and thank you for everybody for your emails, for your support. I wasn't well and yeah, lasted a bit longer than I anticipated. So here we are. Apologies for a couple of days out, but I think we should be good. So it's a general reading. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising. I've had a lot of cards come in before, and yeah, if you'd like me to, of course, look into the situation for you, then please drop me an email. It's in the description box below, and that'll support me in, you know, making me do this more and more, actually. Okay, so I'm doing something special for December, for the New Year's, for holidays, general and love, both. A lot of messages are coming up for some people, love in that, in the general, and rather than just the love. So maybe people who are getting love from the top spread are not, that's their love message, and that's what is more, is what they need to know for the month. And for others, if that's the love message, then there's going to be some other project or work or some other, family related. Whatever's important for you, the message will come through. And of course, like I said, it's a general reading, so we got to discount that nonetheless. Okay, so let's get started. Your first card, Pisces, for general is Seven of Cups upright, Six of Wands upright, Page of Swords in reverse, Two of Pentacles upright, and Page of Wands in reverse. First and foremost, some of you who have maybe kids, there's going to be your kids acting slightly, I heard, out of character, but then they're kids nonetheless. So I'm sensing that, there's going to be a bit of balancing that's required financially to manage these two kids, because they're acting out of character. They're acting in a way that one is being stubborn, one is being clever, trying to be clever and making situations go in their way. So yeah, that's for some of you. So best of luck with that. Apologies, but that's what was coming true. Now for others, beginning of the month, I see that you've got options and you're kind of looking at your options and wondering which way you want to go. So I think that this is going to be, some of you are looking at options and you're at crossroads. So this might have to do with your job offers, might have to do with what you're doing for holiday, for family. There's so much to do, and you don't know what you want to prioritize and do first. So there is that confusing energy towards the beginning of the month with whether it's work options, love options, or options for family. Now, what I like is that you come triumphant with this, because you kind of are trying to multitask and multi-manage all these options, and trying to choose which one is the best one, and which you're going to target and focus on first. And I think you do a very good job of it, so you get some recognition for that you did. Thanks mama, thanks dad for getting this for me. I'm so happy. I'm not sure you'll get that at that time, but I think at that time you will feel that you're much more in control. You're much more in the public eye for some of you. So maybe if it's a job offer, you choose something which gives you a public recognition, and you're more about doing things in the open, it's and doing things with other people, even though this doesn't really come across from these. That's not the usual message, but that's what I'm getting. That you are trying to manage, what needs to go where, and people are listening to you. People are watching you doing this and doing this very well. And maybe for some of you, you are traveling over water and to meet family, and that helps your spirits and helps situations be more in control, calmer, um, saner, if that is a word, sane, more sane. Nonetheless, But I think that, you're gonna feel more in your element, after being confused right in the beginning of the month. And then it comes to a point, like, for others where there's not kids, there's going to be some messages that are going to come or not come, that for some of you, messages which are not very um, fulfilling, because this is a message that comes through that you did not see coming. And this might have to do with somebody younger passing on the message, or something that affects you. And this might come from an air sign, that, or for some of you, this might come from, maybe if you've got a legal case happening as well, or work. So it's any of these options. A message that comes through that you obviously don't like. You're not fond of what is being relayed to you. It's the message is coming with lots of, even though it's clarity, but the way it's being relayed is is not very civil. Let me put it that way. They're just being in their head about it and not really caring for anything else. So it's not, and for some of you, this might not be, this might just be the messenger. So don't shoot the messenger when you get that. But, you know, there's something that comes through mid-month, which is not something you're expecting. Um, and it might be something small, but I don't get a very small feeling out of this. So this might be a message from work for some of you, from court, family. Like we put the kids out there, but this doesn't have to be just kids. This can be coming from another family member that you did not see this coming. And there might be that, that you have to now be the mediator and balance things out. So, you have to play the balancing game here, and you do a good job of it. You'll have to work out, either you're balancing your finances because of something that's come up, like I said, inheritance, family, um, or balancing between two people here, trying to be find a resolution here between the two options. That, because of this message, I think that's where for some of you, you have to balance your finances. You do a good job of it. And for others, you might have to balance the situation with family members. And then towards the end of the month, I think there's something that, you felt that you could be more creative about, a message that comes across or comes through for you, which has something that, you are happy and feeling like, you can use your creativity about it. But actually, come that point, I think you are not that enthusiastic about it. As much as the message is, you are not willing to go forward with this, because now you've decided, no, this is not what you think has the future potential for you. This might be a work project. This might be something that a message comes, or even a message that says, you might need to travel and do some traveling, but you end up choosing not to towards the end of the month, is what I'm getting here. So, this might have to do with your finances and travel and business or work that this message pertains to. So, of course, it's a general reading, so see what works for you. Okay, Pisces, let's go with your love reading. Ten of Wands, upright. Transition, which in other decks is death. Five of Swords. Okay, Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles here. The Empress and Ace of Pentacles. So for people that are trying to get pregnant, I think you should give it a go. Now, what I see here is that, for people in a relationship, I think you're progressing. There's going to be some ups and downs. You're starting a relationship. You're doing things in a new way. Things are going to have to change. Something's going to have to change, and with the change means something finishes and a new one starts. So either the way you're managing this relationship, and maybe there's some heartache that's involved in it. Maybe this is, first you have to let go of the way you are doing things, or the responsibilities that you have, is what I'm getting. Or for some of you, you might have to change the way you work and change the way, your finances are affecting your love life. You might have to make that change, and that change is not going to be easy, I think you're going to have to tighten your belt. I mean, there are ways forward. It's not like, this is the end of the world. Maybe for some of you, you're getting married and now you have to change things, and, you have to give up your job for some of the females, and you have to tighten your belt. I don't think it's that bad. There are ways to make money still for you, but it's more that you're not seeing it so straight up. And it's Mercury retrograde. It's a period of, it's best not to make such decisions yet, but there are going to be some changes that are inevitable for you, that are going to feel like they're tightening your belt. It's more about what you think, how you think is really that matter with this Five of Pentacles, because you've got access to those pentacles, but you just don't seem to see it that way. And that is how you're going to be. But I think in the longer term, in terms of more towards the end of the month, after the 20th, I think you're going to feel more in your skin, and maybe some of you are much more, maybe put on weight even for holiday period. I think some of you might do, and you get to a point where you're feeling more fulfilled, more happy, more stable. And for some of you, this could have to do with health as well. That you feel more healthy and able. And now towards the end of the month, you feel like, what, you feel more grounded where you are, whether it's with regards to, I know this is a love reading, and if I said health, then it must come through, must be coming through. So with the Ace of Pentacles, right, in the end, I think you are more grounded and feel more stable. Or, um, for some people that are looking to get pregnant, there is more chances of you conceiving and starting something which is more, even though this is tangible, I think there's more an earthiness to it that I like. Now, for others that are single, I think you're starting something, but that was felt more burdensome. Maybe you were doing a lot more a lot of work to get into something, and you're going to change the way you're doing things. For some of you, are going to change the way you're doing things. Maybe you have to spend more to kind of go out and meet people, but then you do come to a point where you feel that you're on the right track. Either you meet somebody or you feel very secure in your skin to be able to have a new beginning, which feels more grounded. Now, for others where they've either started dating somebody recently, it was probably you were doing more work than the other person, and that's going to have to change, and that's going to change. And maybe you don't feel as emotionally secure about it in the beginning, but then it comes to a point that you get there and you realize that it's not about the other person, it's about your security in your skin. And you get there, either this person comes around and makes you feel that way, or you feel that in your skin alone or with somebody new, um, and you feel you're with the right person, and then the relationship moves forward in a much more healthy and grounded way. At least there's going to be a new beginning, some in whichever small form, or even bigger. For others, this could be an engagement as well. For people that you've changed the way your perspective is, and now you're moving forward and seeing things as they're meant to be. So here we have it. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I shall speak to you very soon. Bye for now.